Hey everybody, welcome back to the tower. I hope you're having a good day and everything is going the way you want it to. But if it isn't, and you're having a tower moment, you come to the right place. All I do is read tower moments and pretty much it. All right, what I do here is I just draw two cards of the Major Arcana like I just did. I look at the bottom of the deck for more information. And then we clarify. All of these messages are timeless, and all of them, there are no star signs included, so everybody gets to play. All right, let's get started. On this side of the tower, we get the world card, and that means there's no closure. Something isn't closing out like you thought it would. There's something that just refuses to end. And usually, when you're seeking closure, you're seeking it from someone else. You want to know why. You want to know the reasons. You want to know what it all meant, right? You're like, what? Why did you do what you did? Why are you being this way? Why, you want to know all the things, and so you can move on and you can just kind of get on with life, but that's not coming to you right now, and that leads to your tower moment, which will it can wreck your whole day when you just don't understand why people did the things they did. And that leads to the justice card. So balance is coming and you will be restored eventually, but it's going to take a little while. So, yeah, if I were to end this reading right now, I would just say that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So hold on. let's let's check out the bottom of this card deck, the death and the strength card. So yeah, I think the end is coming, and the end of this evil madness, this torment, this whatever you're gonna call it, depression, uh, anger, whatever is coming to an end, and the strength card is coming back. So you get your willpower back, you get your ability to move forward, and as we all do, sometimes we never get closure. So I don't know. Let's see what's causing you having a bad day. Let's see why are you not getting your closure the way you wanted it to? Well, the Queen of Wands on this side of the tower is basically you not asking for it. You're just expecting it to show up. You're expecting a message to show up. You're expecting them to break their silence or whatever. You're just, well, if I wait long enough, it'll happen. So you're really not asking. You're really not, you're just hoping for the best because that's what you're doing every day. And you're like, well, maybe today they'll message me and get their brain back in order, but they're not doing that, are they? Of course not. Why would they do that? They don't care. They moved on. This is the kind of person that does not care about you at all. And you are still thinking about the person they used to be. So you're like, well, they'll come back eventually. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, Ten of Cups. This has wrecked your whole life, hasn't it? Your whole life has stopped because of this moment. You can't move forward because they caused you a whole lot of pain, and they don't care. You're waiting for them to feel something. You're waiting for them to be something they can never be. You're waiting for them to be emotional, to say sorry, to reach out. This person, no, they don't know how to do that. They've never done that. They might have done this one time in their whole life, maybe, and that was because they were losing something and they didn't have a backup plan, right? It was somebody broke up with them or let them go or whatever. And all of a sudden, that was the time in their life when they reached out and they were begging and pleading and please don't leave me because I don't have anywhere else to go. This person, when they left you, when they did this to you, whatever it is, they had somewhere to go. There was no doubt in their mind. They were like, "Yep, I'm out. Bye. See you." They don't care about you. And you expect them to change. You expect them to someday reach out and be like, well, say all the things that you want to hear or need to hear or whatever so you can move on or make sense of it, but it's never going to happen. Yeah, Ace of Swords is a tower, and I think that's what this message just was. You got to realize that this is never going to happen. You've got to let this tower burn. You've got to move forward. You got to accept your own closure because see, the Three of Wands here is saying you need to. This is a ship that's never going to come in. This tower is going to wreck your life until you move on from it. You've got to let it burn to the ground. there is no closure coming. It probably won't. And if it does, it won't even be that satisfying because it'll be exactly what you've expected out of them recently. They will be cold, emotionless. They don't care about you. They'll just laugh at you and say, "What? You should move on." I did. What was so hard about it? Because they weren't real. They had no emotional connection. They don't know how to care about anyone else but themselves. And the person they're with now is probably figuring that out too. Because they probably, I mean, it's a cycle that never ends. And they're going to be in your shoes pretty soon, probably. They're going to be like, how could you do that to me? You know? Oh, the things we go through. But yeah, so it's not coming. And even if it did, it wouldn't make you very happy. Wouldn't make you feel good at all. So when you want your justice, you want to regain control of your emotions here at the King of Cups. You don't want to linger on this any more than you have. It's probably been a while for some of you. Maybe you've been doing this for a long time. Maybe you've been hoping and waiting and hoping they come back. And they're like, "Oh, please come back. Talk to me. We could still work it out or at least be friends or close this door." No, they don't care about you. They would watch you burn 1,000 times over. Yep, you need to start saying the things you need to say and moving on. You need to start telling yourself that what I just told you, that they ain't coming back and they don't care about you at all. And the faster you realize that, the faster you can run forward back into your normal life. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a very fast energy, but it's the energy of, I need to move on, I need to live. I can't live like this anymore. I can't do that. You can't. Stop looking at their pictures. Stop looking at the things. I mean, if they gave you anything, which I doubt it, but if they did, don't look at it anymore. Put it away somewhere. Maybe just throw it away. If it's not too expensive, but I doubt it was. You've got to move on. There is no closure coming. What do you want, right? What you want that won't happen because they've never done it for anyone else. They have burned every bridge they've ever had. They have lied about every person they've ever known. This is a person that just doesn't care. And the version of that person that you know, knew, doesn't exist. The person that they really are was the one when they left. That was the real them. That's not the person you want to talk to, though, is it? You want to talk to the person you used to know, which never existed. And there's the Knight of Wands here in the bottom of the deck. That is the card of, you need to start talking to yourself different, and you need to move forward. You don't want to live like this anymore. You don't want to dwell in the pain anymore if you can't help it. And you've been dwelling in this pain for a very long time. Time to move forward. Time to move on. You're never going to get what you want. And the person who did it to you probably doesn't know or care. The people they're with now, they probably pretend you didn't even exist. Like, oh, that person? I never heard of him before. That's how they act. That's how they are. And you know it. I think you know that. So, get away from the tower, let it burn, move forward with your life. Because you've been in this energy for too long. It sucks, but it's true. All right, I'm going to show you the cards, and that'll be it for the day. Here we go. And if you made it this far, I hope you think about hitting the old subscribe button. If I don't say that, YouTube will arrest me with their YouTube police, and they don't want that. But yeah, balance is returning. Death card up there, the end of something bad, and you get your strength back. You get to be able to walk on your own again. So stop dwelling in the pain, okay? You you don't need to do that anymore. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Better day. Bye.